Hi guys, Fire Plays here and welcome back to another video on the channel. And today guys, we are going to be continuing on the Fixture reaction series. Alright guys, now again, I've absolutely enjoyed this series. Only 4 teams to go after this, so this series was pretty much flown by really. It's been a very fun series, very enjoyable, and this is definitely going to be something that I'm going to be doing again in the future. Over the next coming years. So I've really enjoyed this series, and it's definitely something that I'm going to be doing again. Now, today it's Richmond's turn at the fixture reaction stage, and yeah, today, same as normal, going to be going over their fixture, which part's the easiest, which part's the hardest, predicting every game, rough amount of wins and in rough ladder positions. So those are the 5 things that we're looking for, and today we are going to be finding it out. Now, this is one of the more interesting ones as well. Just like Essendon, Fremantle, GWS, and what St Kilda will be like. It's going to be like teams contending for the top 8 are always some of the most interesting ones to do. As you expect, kind of for a top 8 team, you kind of want to get 12, 13 wins. You can sometimes sneak in with 11 if you're really lucky. But around 12 or 13 is probably the base number for how you get into the top 8. So today we're just going to start. Carlton Richmond could actually be a really good first game. Now, of course, expectation on the Blues has always been there in the past. There's always been some sort of expectation on them. Do this, do that. But yeah, I think this year they could either have a really good, really breakout year, they could actually play really well, or on the other hand, they could finish really low. So it's up to Carlton's kind of how they're going to do that. I think Richmond will win in round 1 by 25 points. I do think it's going to be close, and then Richmond can blow it out later on in the game. Now, on to the second game. Now this is a big game. Now, I know that we don't really talk big games early on in the year. Of course, as it more matters later on in the year, but early on in the year is just as important, as it can set up for later. If you've got only a couple of wins at the 10, 11 round mark, you're going to fall short. You know that, unless you've got a really easy fixture to finish it off. So this game's just as important as a game in round 23. Richmond Giants, Amsterdam. I reckon this is going to be a really good battle. I reckon we are very fortunate to have this game. And I reckon this is going to be a really, really, really good game. Now, who wins it? This is a tough one. This is probably going to be the margin comp for round 2. But yeah, I reckon Richmond are going to be. I reckon Richmond will win it by about. I reckon 10 points. I don't think it's going to be a big win. Alright guys, on to round 3. Talking about big games, this is another massive one. So, again, another Sunday game. 2 in a row for the Tigers. Another 2:50 game though. This is vital. St Kilda, Richmond. This is very important. Now, of course, again, early on games mean the world still. They still mean a lot. So St Kilda versus Richmond, this is a big game for both teams. Again, you're both looking to make the 8. You know there may only be 1 spot, there may be 2 spots, there may be 3 spots. But you know not all 5 of the teams contending will get in. You have a good understanding that's probably going to be the case. So I'm picking Richmond on this battle, but again, it's going to be another good game, I reckon. I'm going to say Richmond by I'm going to go an exact number, and I'm going to say Richmond by 22. I just have it in me. I just think that's going to be the margin. Richmond Western Bulldogs, MCG. I reckon the Dogs are going to be a really good team this year. So Dogs by 40. Dogs by 30. Sorry. Now they come to Adelaide, face the Crows. There should be no problem here. So I'm going to say Richmond by 40. Now Sunday night 6:55. Of course, the traditional Anzac Eve. I think it's Anzac Eve. Richmond, Melbourne. Now this does have the chance, a chance of being a good game. Probably about 20% chance of a good game. I reckon it's going to be 80% chance that Melbourne would be winning this game. So I'm going to say Melbourne by 40 points. Now on to West Coast Richmond. Now this could go either way. I think most people actually have West Coast primed to win this one. I'm going to go an upset, and I'm going to say Richmond are going to win this one by 25 points. Clear winners. Richmond Collingwood round 8. Richmond by 40 points. Richmond are going to be a better team this year. In my opinion, they could be. I reckon they've got Dusty back. I reckon they're going to be a good team this year. and a team worthy of contending for a flag as well. I think they could definitely chase a flag. Breaking into the top 6 might be hard, but I think definitely like 7th, maybe. Like in that area, 7-8, I reckon should be a win. If you can get any higher, massive win, but 7-8 should definitely be a reasonably decent result. Now Hawthorn Richmond, Richmond by 30 now. Richmond Essendon. I'm pretty sure this is going to be dream time at the G or wherever they're going to play it. It's currently scheduled for MCG. This is a massive game, not just because of how it's going to be phasing, but because it's dream time at the G as well. It's a really important game of the year. Richmond Essendon traditional clash. Now, of course, last year Essendon did drop it. Unfortunate for them because Richmond ended up really having a big form slump. Now, this year, I think this is going to be a really, really, really good contest. I am going to say Richmond just by 10 points. I reckon we're going to have a good dream time at the G game this year. And that is really exciting. Now, Sydney Swans versus Richmond SCG. Sydney by 20. Richmond Port Adelaide MCG. Now, this one is definitely a chance to go either way as well. Now, Richmond MCG, they can be strong. The Swans did beat them there last year by a lot, so even though we can't go off that, so I'm not going to go off that. What am I going to say? This is a tough game. This is a tough game to pick a winner. Gonna have to say, look, I'm gonna say Port Adelaide by about 20 points. I think they are a better team than Richmond, but I reckon we've got a good game here. Richmond Carlton MCG, Richmond by 30 points. Geelong Richmond, I reckon we've got Geelong by 30 points. Richmond West Coast MCG, this is Richmond by 60 points. This is a big win here. Now, you're probably like, why? They're going to only just beat West Coast at Optus Stadium. How is this any different? There is massive difference between West Coast at home and West Coast away. And even at home, West Coast can be looking so shaky. They've turned in to a completely different team. From the 2018 Grand Final from winning that to now potentially almost being a bottom 5 team, or possibly even being a bottom 5 team, is horrible for West Coast. They've really changed as a team, and definitely not for the better. Gold Coast, Richmond, Metricon, Gold Coast, no, Gold Coast aren't winning. Richmond by 45. North Melbourne, Richmond, Marvel Stadium, Richmond by 45. Richmond, Fremantle, Marvel Stadium, another big game. Richmond by 25. Richmond, Brisbane MCG, Richmond by 10. Port Adelaide, Richmond, Adelaide Oval, Port Adelaide by 20. Richmond, Hawthorn, Richmond by 20. And Essendon, Richmond by 20. And I'm going to change the Hawthorn one to Richmond by 30, even though that's not really going to matter that much. So now, wins. That looked pretty positive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is this Richmond of old? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's the potential. That's potential for top. Now that's going to be 14 to 16. Well, 14 to 17 wins in 2022. Now again, Richmond are a team that really could go either way. They could definitely finish low on the ladder this year, like back into like that 13th position like last year. But I think this year, like, I don't know, there's just something in me that Richmond are going to be the real sliders this year. I mean, the real sliders that slide up the ladder. And I reckon a team that's going to be going down could be like an Essendon down or Giants down to like 10th, 11th, that area. Now, yeah, I reckon Richmond are going to have a really good year. We've said 14 to 17 wins. Where's that going to get you? That's going to get you top 4, which for Richmond is exceptional. Although if you do only get 14 or 13 wins, 13 to 17, that's going to get you that could get you anywhere from 1st to 8th, really. So for Richmond, it does kind of depend on how much they win these games by, which there wasn't a lot of smashings. Now, hardest, easiest part. Now, hardest part is probably going to be when they face Sydney and Port Adelaide. Sydney at the SCG, Port Adelaide at the MCG. And then I reckon their easiest is here. They've got they've got West Coast, they've got Gold Coast, North Melbourne, Fremantle, Brisbane. Those are all winnable games. Very winnable by Richmond standards. Now, you're probably wondering why Brisbane, especially if it's up at the Gabba. It's not up at the Gabba, it's at the MCG. And I have actually made a little statement. Now, I think Brisbane are just a little bit unsteady away from home. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. But I do think they could still get the job done. And you know what? I'm going to change the tip. I'm going to say Brisbane. I'm going to say Brisbane by 10. I'm changing just because I just remembered what Brisbane did to Freo at Optus Stadium, and that was a demolition out there. So I've decided to change the tip based on that. I know that you don't change tips based on one game, but still, I think I have to. I just think I have to. That sends them from 16 down to 15, but that is still an exceptional job by Richmond. Now, 2022, are they going to have a full squad back? Well, technically no, because they'll be missing Callum Coleman-Jones, of course, off to North Melbourne. So in that game against North Melbourne, it's going to be Tarrant going up against his former team, and Callum Coleman-Jones going up against his former team. Well, you got to hope they both play, and you got to hope they play on each other. How funny would that be? Now, yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for today's fixture reaction. Of course, we're getting to the end of this series. This is definitely going to be a series that I'm going to be doing again for years to come. So this is really exciting. And yeah, I'm actually very happy that I decided to do this as a video. I was thinking, oh, should I not? And then I decided to do it, and the support that you guys have had, and then this just gives every team the chance to really, and then you guys get your say in the comment section. So if you guys want to have a say about Richmond, of course, Richmond only, of course, in the comments, or all Richmond versus any team really, or where you think Richmond can finish, or your ladder predictions, you guys can leave them in the comment section. But I do hope you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, so then you guys will never miss another video on the channel. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and bye guys, Fire Plays out.